Good morning. Okay. I was having some technical difficulties getting going as this was my very first scheduled live stream. So here we are together, hopefully live this time. So good morning if you're up early on the West Coast, East Coast. It's still morning, so good morning. And if you're watching this on replay, then good day to you, whatever the time may be. So yeah, just going through some setup issues. So the plan for this is to go through and do a little bit of a recap of this book. It's taken an interesting turn, I would say. I don't expect every comic book that heats up to just continue shooting off to the moon. But I wanted to go over some of this data with you because I find it to be a bit interesting. And then we'll get to the giveaway where I'll conduct the random comment draw live here on this stream. And let's get to it. So I'm going to switch over to show the desktop. And this is GoCollect. I just did a video on this reviewing the new GoCollect interface. So this is it if you haven't seen it before. But I want to go through and show you some of the data that GoCollect is offering on this book. Again, this book being Invincible Iron Man #1. This is the first solo series for Riri Williams as Ironheart, although she didn't have a solo series, just as Riri. But anyway, it was published back in November of 2016, so it is a now 5-year-old book. Right in that Marvel Now era where there's some additional printings and variants that are really kind of heating up or have heated up and maybe are cooling off even, so we'll get into that. So there are 401 9.8s according to GoCollect. I'm fortunate enough to have one. I've got my 10.0 sticker back there. That's actually a 9.8, not a 10.0. There are no 10.0s or 9.9s in the census, so there's 400 other 9.8s, 73.96 and 20.94. So lots of copies in high grade. What's interesting with the GoCollect update is that they now have a 90-day average trend, which is very similar to the way that GPA works. I just want to talk about the chat room real quick. Kate Titus, hello from the Rising Sun Japan. Congratulations on 100 subs. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Joe 47771, hey, we're always here first. Appreciate you guys being here up and early, joining me through this giveaway. Yep, I try. Yeah, that's awesome. So appreciate the company here. Just kind of going through some of this data, and I'm finding some of it to be interesting. So one of the things that I mentioned in the giveaway that I thought was a little tongue-in-cheek, but was the book going to hit $100 or was I going to hit 100 subs first? So in my mind, when I said that, I'm thinking, this book is going to have a pretty steady rise over time. I still believe in Riri as a character, but the 100 subs thing actually came faster than I expected. So I appreciate that very much. That was kind of a happy surprise. And also I didn't quantify the raw value or slabbed. Certainly the slab value has taken off, but I want to dig into this just a little bit, this 90-day average of 275. Let's look at search sales. Yeah, so here is from September 2nd. So nothing here in GPA for a couple of months. GPA could still be updating their data. Japan is 10:30. Good evening. Good night. Thanks for staying up. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not up on every single time zone, so I appreciate that. So here we see 325 and 300, so roughly 300 in early September, but GPA is not reporting any sales of 9.8s. I wanted to jump over to Covrprice just because, what is that raw book value? It certainly is not being reported as a $100 book raw. I kind of knew that. Again, like I said, maybe it's $100 in a year. I didn't realize how fast I'd hit 100 subs. I was a little naive to that. But it's reporting $33.88 is that the raw value. Again, high sales back in August. So I published my giveaway video right around Kay and I could get you 100 more subs in 2 days. Yeah, let's do it. I'll find another book to give away. I've got some more Riri books somewhere. But I published the video around August. I don't remember exactly when that Black Panther 2 news came out, but the reality of Riri being a character in the MCU really just started driving this book in the market. So you could see $183 for a raw book sale. It has come back down for sure. Let's pop into GPA as well. This is the trend for a 9.8. You could see the 12-month 175. Now they're reporting 90 days 233, and GoCollect said the 90 days 275. So this is where I prefer to use more resources rather than hone in on that single one. So for me, it's GoCollect, Covrprice, and GPA. Yes, they all come with a price, subscription, and all of that. But to me, it's valuable information where you can kind of pop back and forth. So for GPA, we can see the trend here. This is back in May, and then it started to shoot up here in August. Average price of $258, and then September down to $183. And then even in October, if we're looking at some of the recent sales here, we could see it went 200, 178, 162. So it is dropping a little bit, and I feel like this is that we've got news where it spikes, and then people move on to another property, like Eternals is coming out. There's a lot of Eternals media right now. Other MCU-related information. Fandom is this weekend, so if you're into fandom and watching that, that's fantastic. I'll probably check that out as well. Looking forward to the new Batman trailer. But this is kind of the way things go. So it'll dip a little bit here. This is probably a good time to buy if you don't have this book and want to get it. If you don't win this one for me and you want to acquire it, this might be the time, because once that next bit of news comes out, we're going to see it jump again. And I think when we talked about this book in the giveaway, I think from the comments, the consensus was that it was not a slam dunk 9.8. It was either a 9.4 or 9.6. So if we scroll down to the 9.6, just so you can see, it again has been rising and has not taken the huge hit from September to the 90-day average, 119 to 115. But here is the information from, this is from August, so they don't have any September or October data. Let's see here. Yeah, Joe says everything always rises in price over time. Right, so this is a zoomed in chart where you can see it sort of looks like a serpent or dinosaur or something, where you've got the head up here. But if you condense and compact it, then you'll see a general rise. I expect that once we get that next bit of Riri news, that the chart will jump up to the right again and take another 10 to 20% jump. Okay, so, and I'm not necessarily predicting the future. I'm just, as Joe's saying, it's just sort of the way the market works. You get that lull between news, and that's the time to buy. And you can kind of just see it in different tiers as things move on. So this is the 9.6. I don't want to get too wordy here. We want to get to the giveaway. Some sales in September, right around $100. So not bad. Again, 9.6 definitely has some value. This being considered a modern book, I think everybody kind of wants that in that 9.8. And is it around that $200 range? Let's look here. Here's some live listings. Let's see what that looks like. Listed a day ago, ending. Here's one. Let's just look at the first one. See what this looks like. Yep. So here's a live listing on eBay. Somebody has it for sale for $290. So I feel like this book in a 9.8 is right in that maybe $2 to $250 range. Is that individual going to get $290 for this book in a 9.8? I don't know. But still, it's a book I believe in. It's a book I wanted to give away. And that's why I put it together. So I'm going to put it back on me just for a few minutes. Again, here's the book. This is it. Love the cover. There it is also behind me, slabbed. So I love it. Big Iron Man fan from the time I was a kid, and still to this day. And I'm looking forward to the Riri Williams Ironheart take. subscribing to the channel to me is validation for what I'm doing. And for those that are just finding me or figuring out what it is that I'm doing, am I a speculator? Am I telling you what to buy or what books are undervalued or underrated? That's not what my channel is about. My channel is about helping you as a comic book collector. It's about using these tools like GPA and Covrprice and looking and sharing what I'm buying and seeing what stores, like how stores are actually sending this and talk about where you're getting the books from. It's something that I don't see on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram very much, is really what is the process like as an average collector who's been, quarantined, who buys a lot online, who has kind of a busy real life schedule, and what do those shipments look like? How are the books packaged? These are the day-to-day things that we all deal with. And then how do we keep all of this organized? What is a good time to sell a book? How do we categorize, classify? How do we find books to send in for CGC? Those are all of the topics I love. I'm also getting into pressing and showing kind of how that works. So Joe's saying he's excited. I'm excited too. I'm excited to see somebody get this book. I'm excited to see where the channel goes. So lastly, let me switch over to the YouTube side of things. And I wanted to show, let's see here. Let me get this one. I wanted to just kind of go over a couple of the comments here. Let me see. I don't know if I can do that here with shutting off the stream, unfortunately. So let me pull this up in the current tab that we're on. And that's going to be a bummer if I have to stop my stream real quick and start it. But in any case, I wanted to, I'm not going to make you watch the video again, don't worry. I wanted to look at some of the comments here. I'll zoom in so we can see it. We've got, I have one pinned here. Mark Love, new sub. Wow, I'm sure you've heard it a million times, but boy, do you look like Ryan Reynolds. You could have a lot of fun with that resemblance. Now, he's not wrong, but the point is that Ryan Reynolds looks like me, right? I mean, I think that's what we're all saying. Fun Cooker, I just got back into comics around the same time, and it's funny how much it's changed and stayed the same when I started bagging and boarding. It's like I went back into time. For me, that's such a huge comment. It's why I love this hobby so much, because it is a time machine for me. When I get books shipped into my house and I open that box and I've got those comics and I'm going through it, it takes me back to that moment where I'm sitting in the middle of my room as a kid and I got back from my LCS and I got the comics in that little paper bag and I'm taking them out and I'm reading them and I've got them kind of sitting around me and I'm looking at the cover art and I'm just super excited. I can't wait to put them in the short box and put them in alphabetical order and sequential order. It is the one thing I have in my life that will take me back to those moments as a child. And it's probably something I'm going to be doing forever and ever. And I just absolutely love it. So Joe's saying I look more like Scarlett Johansson. Like, hey, I'll take that too. I think that's fair. I don't know about the beard, but certainly appreciate that. So one thing I noticed is, again, a technical issue. Let me get the actual video up here and get to the giveaway. So I did have to shut this down for a second. So August 28th. And let's see what we can do. Yep, it's not letting me share this screen. Okay, well, I don't want to shut off. This is going to be interesting. So I am in, I stream with a particular piece of software. And let me see if I can add it here again. Yeah, bear with me 1 second. Just going to remove that source and add it again. Window capture, create new. Okay, good. Got it. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen here. Let me just move me up so you can see my face. And here we go. Okay, so now we should be able to see the, this is sort of the YouTube studio editor here, and I use a plugin to go ahead and randomize the comments for selection. So I'm reading here the chat one last time. Okay, if you win, I will A-OK it to you, but if you win, you need to A-OK back to me. All right, you guys are hysterical. So you guys want to win, but you're going to win for each other. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to come in here. This is the giveaway video from August. I have a pick a winner, and we're going to choose from all the comments. So again, thank you to everybody that took the time to comment. There were about 20 entries here. So you've got a 1 in 20 chance, or if you're Kay and Joe, you have a 1 in 10. I don't know how that, now you guys are confusing me. But anyway, we're going to pick a winner one time. I'm not going to click the button 8 times or something weird. It's going to be a one-time winner. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. All right, Crime Alley Comics, you have won. He said, just sub to your channel, great giveaway, welcome to the comic book community. I appreciate that, Crime Alley Comics. We will be in touch. I will get in touch with you to go ahead and send the book out to you. I will cover shipping, so it'll be completely available to you at no charge or no cost to you at all, and I will go ahead and get this sent out. So there you go, Joe and Kay Titus. Love you guys. Appreciate you being here. Sorry you didn't win, but yeah, we'll work on getting those next 100 subs, and we'll do another giveaway. And I may ask next time kind of what different properties or characters you're interested in. But again, Crime Alley Comics, this will be coming to you. I appreciate you guys so much. Can't wait to make my next video and publish it. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And like I always say, happy collecting.